Yes, indeed. B Marsh Boxing, and we live back at it. But this ain't B Marsh Boxing today. We gonna talk a little basketball, man. I got my man Chris Caban from We Live, Eat, Sleep Boxing on Facebook, the livest Facebook group up on the Facebook and online. You know what I mean? Got all kinds of people in there, plus professional fighters. So what's good, Chris Caban, man? What you thought about the last episode from the Last Dance that just aired this last Sunday?
It's pretty good. We found out he got some snitching ass teammates.
Yeah.
Jordan snitched too, talking about all the teammates was on cocaine. When he first got there. But I found it entertaining. You get to see stuff that you didn't know about.
True.
Especially how underpaid they both was. Damn, Jordan was getting paid less than Scottie Pippen was. If it wasn't for them damn endorsements, Jordan wouldn't be making no damn money.
Yeah. Tony Kukoc was making more than Mike and Pippen too when he first
Yeah,
came to the Bulls.
that's why they did that shit to him when they played in the Olympics.
Yeah. You know what I got from Tony Kukoc? Because I was a fan of Kukoc. I like his skill set as a player. A 6'11 southpaw, a lefty, who can bring the ball up, can shoot the three, can post up a guy who obviously he ain't posting up Dale Davis of the Pacers, but a smaller guy, he just goes around him to the rack. But from what I got from Tony Kukoc, it seemed like he wasn't really what's the word I want to use? Between him and Pippen, like even while he was on the Bulls, helping them win three more rings, it seemed like he was kind of distant from them too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he didn't seem close to them on the ball team. Even
yeah,
all the footage that they show, you never see Scottie Pippen there. You know what I'm saying? Scottie wasn't even on the Remember when they was gambling on the plane, playing cards and shit?
yeah,
I ain't see Scottie Pippen around. I'm sorry, Kukoc around.
yeah. I seen Scottie Pippen and Jordan in real life though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, Mike originally from here anyway, but Scottie Pippen came.
hey, you gotta
Scottie
talk more
Pippen,
into the microphone. You know what I mean?
can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me now?
yeah.
I said Scottie Pippen came down here to buy boats.
Okay,
I was working at this store that was next to this boat store, and he came there to buy a boat. And
yeah.
yeah, Jordan with him. I guess Jordan told him to buy a boat from over there because
True.
he's not from North Carolina.
Yeah, put him on to some good deals
Yeah,
in the Mid Atlantic.
yeah. But that's the only time I've seen him though. But people was going. I've seen him, but I ain't go over there because I ain't too many people go over there when they saw him.
Yeah, I don't go crazy when I see a celebrity. Hey, look, I I won't go out my way to talk to them. If I cross paths with them, yeah, I'll say what's up. Like I've seen Elton Brand in Philly. One night I came out to CVS out here and I seen Walt Williams, the Wizard, who used to play for the Maryland Terps and played in the NBA for the Mavs and the Kings. I said what's up to them. We spoke, but I wouldn't go out my way to to talk to celebrities and stuff. You know what I mean?
I ain't like that because I went to the. This how bad the shit was. I went to the break room. I seen them when they pulled up and got out of the car. I went to the break room to get a Pepsi. When I
Yeah,
got back out the door, it was like damn 45 people in that damn park where they was at.
yeah. People go crazy, starstruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But Tony Kukoc was a big piece. I'm glad they talked about Scottie Pippen. I'm sorry, Kukoc. You know, I showed how they strapped him up in the Olympics. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was personal.
But did you see the next game though? They didn't show the next game.
What, the next game between Croatia and USA?
Yeah, he got business.
Yeah, yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah. I think they try to see how tough he was.
Right. Yeah, Kukoc, just like a lot of the other Bulls players, when the Bulls were over with, I thought Kukoc would be a star. I remember he went to Philly to play with Iverson and Derek Coleman and them.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
And he just didn't blossom into at least like a 18 per game kind of score. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, they got more to do with Iverson.
Yeah, probably Iverson would take all the shots.
Hell yeah. Because Iverson played with some good teammates.
He had
Yeah,
Derek
keep man
Coleman.
home and he had Stackhouse.
Derek Coleman was fading though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Coleman was never again really good players after New Jersey.
Not to me. Yeah, you're
He
absolutely
came to
right.
Charlotte Hornets after New Jersey, and he was just like maybe a 12 to 14 points per game guy.
Not only that, he kind of got fat too.
Yeah, got fat. Yeah, man. What about Ron Harper, man? They showed he used to gamble with Mike, talking
Ron
shit.
Harper and Mike been friends. Mike, Ron Harper was in Cleveland though.
Yeah, yep. I remember when I was a kid, a Ron Harper poster, and he was called like Ohio Players. You know what I mean? It was a
Yeah,
Nike poster. It was Ohio Players. That's when the Cavs used to also have orange jerseys. Remember those?
yeah.
Yeah. And because they had three jerseys, a blue joint, white, of course, and the orange one. And they showed Ron Harper there, you know what I mean, talking with Mike. They were drinking beers. And Ron Harper said, man, I don't care if they take me. You know what I'm saying? Because he's basically like, man, I ain't nobody. I'm not like you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike, remember when he cracked the beers and his cigar when they won 60 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like that team though. That team is really good.
Yeah, he sounded a little muffled.
I say I like that team. That team pretty good because Ron Harper was a 20-point scorer too
Yeah.
before he got there.
Well, we want to talk about an NBA, guys who sacrificed their game in order to
Guys
win
who
rings.
sacrificed the game, Mark Aguirre.
Mark Aguirre, no question. But I think also you got to include Ron Harper.
Ron Harper, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Mark Aguirre, too. Mark Aguirre in 1 year made the difference. Adrian
He,
Dantley came there, and then they lost to the Celtics in 87. In 88, they
people don't
had,
realize that Ron Harper almost beat Jordan and them though.
yeah, had to go to game 7.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have Craig, they should have Ron Harper guarding Mike though.
Yeah, yeah, man. You saw when they did the All Star game in
Boom.
'98. My favorite All Star game ever was
Yeah,
1998, Jordan's last one on the Chicago Bulls. It was just something special about that. Not to mention, Kobe was also voted to be a starter for the West that year.
yeah.
And the funny thing about it was, on
He
his
was
team,
started.
on the Lakers, he wasn't even a starter. It was Eddie Jones. And Eddie Jones was All Star that year, but a reserve, just like Van Exel. He was an All Star. They had 4 Lakers in '98.
But you got to realize that when they got Kobe, that was the end of Eddie Jones because he was going to leave.
Man, you kind of sound muffled, man, for some reason. Like,
I said, hold on, let me see something.
yeah, it sounds clear
Can you hear me now?
sometimes. Then,
Can you hear me now?
yeah,
I said, you got to realize when they got Kobe, they traded Eddie Jones the next year.
yeah. That's because also Eddie Jones was coming up very short in the playoffs. I remember. I was a fan of Eddie Jones since Temple. Those days, the Atlantic 10 was a good conference with like UMass and, you know, uh, what's the school up in the Bronx? Fordham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this guy, I was really I was paying attention to them, to Eddie Jones, and Eddie Jones came into the league like gangbusters. I remember he dunked all over the man Dennis Rodman when Rodman was on the Spurs, and I was like, whoa, this guy's gonna be good, and he was good, became an all star. But those years he was an all star, playoff time, he's averaging like 12 points per game on low percentage shooting. But
Nick
regular
Van Exel
season,
was
he
taking too
averaging
many
damn near
shots too.
20. Huh?
Nick Van Exel was taking way too many shots too for me.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaq had to
Yeah,
be the focal point of the offense.
because I was seen some games. I'm like, your man was averaging more points than Shaq in some games in the playoffs. He's a point guard. He wasn't passing the ball like that.
Yeah, neither was Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe wasn't starting though.
Nah, he wasn't. When he come off the bench, he ain't passing.
Yeah, he ain't get that many minutes neither.
Yeah, he still averaged 17 per game.
He did.
Yeah, in his second season in the NBA.
Oh, I was getting ready to say the first season he ain't get no playing
Now,
time.
second season first season he averaged 7.
Yeah.
So he jumped up 10 points, and he's still coming off the bench.
You know why? You know the reason he started starting?
Because y'all traded Eddie Jones.
No, because when Eddie Jones traded, they had Rick Fox starting in small forward. They played him at small forward. You remember?
Yeah, but when Eddie Jones was gone, the shooting guard space was open for Kobe.
Yeah. Cause they try to start both of them at the same time. They still didn't work.
Yeah. And then y'all had Derek Fisher, a guy who was drafted the same year as Kobe. And
I
won,
like Derek Fisher better than Nick Van Exel though.
uh,
Not a
De-
better player, but I'm talking about to fit the team.
yeah, Derek Fisher's a dog, man. That guy, I don't like that guy really, but that guy is a pit bull.
You don't like his attitude. You don't like what he do off the court, right?
Yeah, off the court, man, he did some snake shit, fuck with Matt Barnes, with his wife, man. That's some crap shit, man. And y'all are friends, have played together.
Well, you gotta realize, Karl Malone did that to Kobe too.
Carmelo, what? We was trying to talk to Vanessa Bryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that. And he said something about cowboy boots. I forgot.
Yeah, that shit was funny though. It's on YouTube.
That's why y'all ain't win a ring with
Yeah.
Malone.
They happened at the same time they were beefing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I heard that's the reason why your boy from Indiana Pacers. You remember he was that center. He was playing good.
Yeah, Roy
They
Hibbert
said
from
Paul George
Georgetown.
smashed his wife.
Yeah, Roy Hibbert from Georgetown. He's from out here. He's from Silver Spring, Maryland. I think he's from
Was that true
Adelphi.
though?
He from, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Cause that man was an all-star. He went downhill quick.
Man, he went downhill within a matter of months. That was his
Yes.
girlfriend from when they were in Georgetown. They met at Georgetown.
Damn man, I would have had a beat Paul George ass though.
Now, the man Paul George apparently was smashing Roy Hibbert's wife. Now, it came out to the media, and this happened in front of media. They haven't practiced in on the Pacers, and something happens, and Lance Stevenson. I think maybe people are blaming him for whatever happened in practice, whether it's a basketball plays, whatever. Lance Stevenson just shouted and said it out loud. Y'all ain't gonna blame me or for nothing, man. I'm not the one talking about. I'm not the one who's fucking Roy Hibbert's wife. You know what I'm saying? He put it out there like that. And
Oh shit.
yeah, then the man Evan Turner, the lefty, he's in the NBA. I think he's on the Hawks now. He was on
Oh,
Portland a year ago. That fellas didn't like that he said that, and they fought. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole story came about that Evan Turner and Lance Stevenson fought at practice. What was it about? It was about what the man Lance Stevenson said out loud in practice. Yo, that guy Roy Hibbert was an all-star that year. In the
yeah, man, he was
playoffs,
blocking shots. He was one of the best
in the
defensive centers in the NBA
yeah,
too.
in the playoffs he fell the fuck off. That guy had games in the playoffs where he had 0 points and 0 rebounds, and that
And
man
they had
7'4".
the year before, man, they almost damn gave LeBron them hell.
Yeah, they went to game 7, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Paul George dunked all over LeBron, took him to the rack from the 3-point line.
And Roy Hilbert, he played a good game because they couldn't go to the hole like that because he was swatting everything.
Yeah, man, Roy Hibbert, man, I was happy for the guy because he lost a lot of weight. I've been watching him. My man's played ball with him at the Silver Spring Boys and Girls Club growing up. You know what I mean? They about the same age. You know what I'm saying? He's from the area. So I was happy for him. I watched him at Georgetown. I root for all Georgetown players. but he's mentally weak. It's just a fact. He never recovered after that. Yeah, man. You saw when Michael Jordan was talking at the All Star game when he was talking about Kobe and he called him that little Laker boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking with Tim Hardaway and Glenn Rice and all other All Stars in there. Penny was in there. Sean Kemp was in there because Sean Kemp was an All Star when he came to Cleveland. And he was like, man, that little Laker boy, man, he gonna take everybody 1-on-1. You know what I mean?
He was right.
Yeah, yeah. And that All Star game, Kobe put on a show, but Mike put on a bigger and better show. But the young teenager put on a show, and I'll never forget. I remember that alley oop Kevin Garnett threw to him. It was a bad alley oop. Like it wasn't a perfect loop, a perfect lob, but the man Kobe caught it, cocked it behind his head, caught it from way back, reached back way behind his head, and just caught it and flushed it with two, man.
Hey, man, he earned Jordan respect.
Who? Kobe?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
because Kobe could call that man any time of the night.
And also saying that anything you see from me, I got it from Mike. That's what he said.
That's the only person I've seen that took Jordan whole game though.
What about a guy like Floyd Mayweather? You think he could give respect to a fighter from a previous generation respect how Kobe did?
I think he could. I seen him give Pernell Whitaker respect.
That's what I said. That's the only guy that I see him, you know.
And I also seen him give James Tony. I got a video I can send to you when he give James Tony respect too.
Yeah, when was he saying that though? While he was Money May?
Yeah, that was when he was fighting.
Yeah, because Floyd's full of himself. You see now he talks about Ali.
I think he don't like Ali's style, that rope dope. That's what he said.
Yeah, the rope dope and talks about he has losses. But anyways, this ain't.
But that's what his daddy and Roger said. They don't like people getting punched like that.
Yeah, yeah, man. But Kobe did give Mike his props. I respected that. You know, Kobe was a great.
Kobe always gave people his pride. He gave Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, and Larry Bird.
Yeah. He said he took that game. He said he took a little bit of Magic, Larry Bird, and Jordan.
Yep, that's what he said. Them three. Because he was in Italy, man.
Yeah, he says granddaddy used to send them tapes to them.
Getting tapes and watching those guys. Like, damn, those are three great guys to emulate.
Yeah. Because you know Kobe hit that behind the goal shot like Larry Bird did.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't really see no students in the game like that nowadays though.
Students of the game.
Yeah, they'll be looking up to old players. I think LeBron won.
I think LeBron does.
Yeah.
I know Kawhi Leonard likes Jordan. Kind of tries to pattern his game behind Jordan. I don't know about anybody.
Mid-range shot look kind of favorite.
Yeah, his mid range is vicious. He because he also has big ass mitts. His hands are
That's one thing.
are
That's
massive.
one thing Kobe didn't have.
Yeah, big hands.
Yeah, like he can hold the ball, palm the ball.
Yeah, like Jordan and Kawhi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Sean Kemp, he had small hands. You know, Sean Kemp cuffs the ball. He kind of cuffs it when he dunks with one hand.
Same with Kobe.
Yeah, because if they try to palm it like the Jordan logo, that shit gonna slip out their hands.
They can't. You know what? Big hands.
Damn, I can't hear you, my G.
Elton Brand had big hands also.
Yeah, he did. That's why he was very good around the rim for a 6'8" guy. He was kind of undersized.
Yeah, it was kind of like Zion. Zion that's more athletic.
Absolutely, I agree. Even body size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just Zion more athletic.
Both of them went to Duke too.
Yep. I think my all-time favorite guys from Duke are Grant Hill and Elton Brand.
Yeah, I think they the best Duke players so far.
They're my
I'm gonna
favorite
say I'm
too.
gonna put him in front of Zion because Zion only played 1 year. I'm
Wow,
put
absolutely, yeah.
I'm put that guy Elton Brand in front of Zion because Zion only played 1 year.
And it's not necessarily just about their stats or it's also how their game is, the way they play. You know what I mean?
I also think um, Elton Brand team was better than Zion Williamson team
Yeah.
because they won a championship.
They won the championship, yep. Yeah, man.
That team was nice. They had Corey McGetty. Who else was on that team?
Jason Williams,
Jason Williams and that defensive player we were talking about the other day.
Shane Battier.
Yeah.
I think he was player of the year at Duke.
And wasn't the African dude, one Corey McGetty on that team too?
I'm not too sure.
I think Corey McGetty and Lou Aldane was on that team also.
Damn. That's a lot of players.
Yeah, all them was at Duke around the same time.
But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Duke, till this day, has never really produced like that big time, like a superstar.
I think Grant Hill was on his way. Grant Hill
Grant Hill
played
was
for
on
like
his way. He was gonna be an all-time great, but the
six,
injuries.
six. Yeah,
And he made
same
it.
thing with Corey McGetty. Not Corey McGetty, but Elton Brand was averaging 20 points a game before he got injured too.
Yeah. But Elton Brand, we're gonna have. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer
Nah, he got Grant Hill. At least Grant Hill had 6 good seasons
because he
before
also
got injured.
played on a lot of bad teams, from Chicago to
Yeah,
the Clippers. But then he finally got the Clippers into the playoffs when he had Sam Cassell there and Corey Maggette.
yeah. Both of them was teammates in college.
We'll see how Kyrie Irving turns out, but he just might be the biggest superstar of Duke ever that Coach K has ever.
I don't
Him and
think Kyrie
Zion.
Irving. I don't really claim him because he only played 1 year and he was hurt most of the season.
He played 11 games, but he still
Yeah,
came out of
he
Duke.
only came back in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, he's a Duke player. Got drafted out of
Yeah.
Duke, #1 overall.
So how many games he played? About 17.
Nah, like 11.
I'm talking about all together. He played the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I'm talking about his whole college career. He played 11 games.
Yeah. I don't think he's the best Duke player. You can't be a player 11 games and be.
No, I'm not saying the best player in Duke,
Yeah.
the best player Duke has ever produced.
Yeah, you can say that.
You know, him and Zion, Zion is looking like he's going to be vicious, man. But Kyrie has the shoes.
6 years.
Yeah, Kyrie got the shoes. He got a Nike. He got a Nike Kyrie Irving 1 and Nike Kyrie Irving #2. So he has the Nikes. He's an all-star. He's a champion.
You know, Grant Hill had a $70 million deal with Fila, a $90 million deal with Sprite. Too.
Yeah. But he ain't get a ring.
Yeah, he ain't get a ring. He ain't had LeBron either.
Yeah, LeBron ain't had Kyrie. Kyrie hit the shot on Steph Curry, the game winner in Game 7. He was frying that man, Steph Curry.
Well, Grant Hill got that team in the second round. He had people like Terry Mills. He had a garbage time, and they went to the second round.
I feel
Back
you,
in that
man.
era when you had Jordan and all them other players.
Yeah, man. Grant Hill was vicious, man. But, unfortunately, his career got derailed by injuries. We never seen the
I wish
best
he
of
wouldn't have
him.
got hurt. He would have played with T-Mac. That would have been scary as hell.
I know, man. I was looking so forward to that. Both guys, I mean, Kobe, T-Mac, when he came there, started averaging like 28 per game. That's what and that was without Grant Hill. That's what Grant Hill was doing in Detroit. Now imagine them together. It's probably gonna be 25 apiece.
Or Grant Hill said he would have played the Pittman role and let him be Jordan.
Man, he would have still
Grant
got.
Hill was like, Grant Hill could play defense.
Yeah, he was a point forward his whole career on the Pistons. He brought the ball up. and made plays.
Last year at Duke, he played point guard.
Man, that man Grant Hill's quick first step. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
You see
Gets low.
when you see when he crossed on Scotty Pippen.
Yeah, I remember that. And he just how he'd get to the rim and just flush it on anybody. Morning, Matumbo, Ewing, anybody. Don't matter who the biggest man under in the paint is. You're gonna catch a facial from Grant Hill.
I got some old VCR tapes, man. He used to dunk on Rasheed Wallace and Eric Montross.
Yeah, Montrose on the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm talking about when he was on
Oh,
the
in
Tar
college.
Heels. Yeah, when they played Duke and played against Carolina and them.
Yeah.
And he dunked on Tim Duncan at Wake Forest.
Yep.
His damn athleticism was going crazy.
The first step. He ain't even have a 3-point shot.
Nah, he was more like
But he can shake you off the dribble and hit the mid range.
or penetrate and dish it out to the open man.
That was his best part of his game, going to the rack.
Yeah.
The first step, and he's getting to the rack, he's flushing on your head.
You heard what what's that dude named Steve Smith from Atlanta Hawks?
Uh-huh.
He was like they was on that open court shit. They
Yeah.
was talking about him. They was like him and Dennis Scott like the hardest thing you can't stop him. He said once he go to the hole, you can't really stop him because he can blow by you and dunk on you, or he gonna kick it out.
Yeah.
Lindsey Hunter hit 3-pointers.
Yes, indeed. That man Grant Hill was what LeBron does. Grant Hill was doing before.
Yeah.
28, 7, and 7. That's what he was doing on Detroit. Now, it might not have been as powerful as LeBron, but he was still dunking on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta go look at the percentages, but I'm pretty sure.
Better free throws. He shoot better free throws than LeBron too.
Yeah.
LeBron, like to be a Hall of Famer type of problem. LeBron, the worst free throw shooter I ever seen.
Shaq too.
Like for his, I'm talking about for his position.
His position, yeah. I
I ain't
agree
never
with
seen
you.
no point forward shoot 67% from the free throw line.
Skip Bayless always says that's why he's scared of big moments. He don't want to get fouled to go to the free throw line and choke at the free throw line.
Even when like I'm playing somebody that can play real good at 2K, I know the game close. I foul him, he miss.
Huh?
If you play somebody online that can play real good,
Mm-hmm.
you foul him. He gonna make one out of 10. He gonna make both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is good. Well, you say people had to sacrifice that game. Mark Aguirre. You remember when Mark Aguirre was with the Dallas Mavericks? He was averaging 20-some points a game.
28,
Yeah.
25.
They ain't need him for scoring. We came to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And the other dude they traded for.
Ooh.
They traded Mark Aguirre for. What's the dude that wasn't getting along with
Dantley.
Dantley was leading the league in scoring one time.
He's led the league in scoring, I think, at least 3 to 4 times in his whole.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Yeah. Yep, on the Jazz, and my sister, her part-time job. She got a full-time job, but her part-time job is at a gym, where she just still keeps her job just so she can still use the gym for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like she needs a job. She just keeps a second job for the gym. But Adrian Dantley's been coming to her gym for years. He comes there every day to work out. Adrian Dantley's probably lives somewhere close. He's from Washington D.C. and his job is he works for Montgomery County in Silver Spring, Maryland. He's a cross guard. He crosses the kids at Easton Middle School on University Boulevard. He crosses the kids, you know, when they go into school in the morning and when they get out of school in the afternoon. And the reason he said he does that, he said it's not because he needs the money, but it's because the job comes with benefits. You know what I mean? Like health benefits. So he ain't got to come out the pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Adrian Dantley's one of my all-time favorite players, man. The pump fakes. You think Kevin McHale's vicious with the pump fakes around the rim? Look at this 6'4" small forward. 6'4", 6'5" small forward. But he got the footwork. He's nimble. And he gets to the rim and just does a power dribble. Ha! Big pump fake. Get you jumping out your shoes. And it's a layup. But he came to Detroit trying to trying to still lead the league in scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he played with Isaiah, and he didn't get along with Isaiah. Obviously, Isaiah's going to more get along with his childhood friend Mark Aguirre.
Yeah, they won a championship with Mark Aguirre got there though.
Yep, they did. Sure did. Yeah.
Even though they I
You
know
sound a little
the,
far.
the reason I think they won a championship because Andrew Dantley had to touch the ball more than Mark Aguirre did.
Yeah, he's an isolation type of player.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mark Aguirre is not in the Hall of Fame till this day.
he should be.
I think he should be.
That's the one of the guys that sacrificed. Even Andrew Dantley, to a extent, sacrificed his game with Detroit because he wasn't average, wasn't leading the league in scoring when he went to Detroit.
Nah. But
Them two guys that sacrificed that game,
he's
they
in the
both was
Hall of
scoring more
Fame
than
though.
Isaiah.
Yeah, Danley's in the Hall of Fame though.
Yeah, Mark Aguirre should be.
Mark Aguirre says he's a better player than Adrian Danley. Danley says you
I
bugging.
agree. I think he played better defense than Adrian Dantley. That's for sure.
And I'm gonna ride with the hometown guy, man. I'm sorry. I gotta go with the
I'd rather have Mark Aguirre though, because Mark Aguirre could defend better.
true. Oh, that's a tough one, man. But hey, man.
Hold on, never mind. Go ahead.
Remember those Dallas Maverick teams
Yeah,
with Sam Perkins, Mark
yeah,
Aguirre,
yeah.
Rolando Blackman,
That was a squad.
and Derek Harper, man. They had a fucking squad.
They had
Yo,
another dude that was on drugs. He was a four. What
hey,
was his name?
was it Roy Tarpley?
Roy Tomlin was a beast too.
Yeah, man. Yo, those Dallas teams had a squad, man. You know,
I got a VCR tape. They beat the Bulls one game.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
and they had a white dude on the team who was there for like 10 years, a point guard called Ed Davis.
yeah. Rolando Blackman was a beast, man. People don't remember him.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember him
He was shit
mostly
when he went to
from
New
the
York.
Knicks. Yeah, I was a little kid when he played on the Mavs, but I'm a historian, man. I knew about him growing up as a kid, like going back doing my research. Those days we had to look at I used to look at the
Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated and all kind of books in the library. You know what I mean? Seeing old players, even boxing. And then when we first had a computer in the house, it had the CD-ROM and it'd have a CD, which is like an encyclopedia. And I used to always put that in. I'm talking about like fifth, sixth grade, like 92, 93, 94 them times. And I just read about people. You know what I'm saying? People I was interested in.
Dallas.
I can't hear you.
That Dallas team was held to. Was
Yeah.
held to one.
They made a run in the 80s and I think they challenged the Lakers and almost beat them.
Yeah.
The Houston Rockets did beat the Lakers
Yeah,
and went to the finals.
that's when they had that Twin Towers.
Yeah, where Ralph Sampson hit that lucky shot.
Yeah, they wasn't supposed to beat the Lakers though. I watched that game.
Yeah, Twin Towers, man. Ralph Sampson, the
Then
injuries.
Larry Bird cooked the Twin Towers.
Hell yeah. In the last game, he had a triple double, game 6.
Yeah, people better put some respect on Larry Bird's name.
Yeah, well, man, you ain't gotta tell me. He my favorite all-time player. Him and Jordan is 1A and 1B. I want to jump
Yeah,
and
because
fly like Mike, but I want to be able to pass and shoot and talk shit like Larry
yeah,
Bird.
Larry Bird was the original. He he beat the original Tim Duncan, and David Robinson wasn't the original Twin Towers. It was Ralph Sampson and Olajuwon.
Yep, that's the original. Number 50 and number 34.
And
Both
people
of them.
don't forget, Ralph Sampson was a beast before he got injured.
Yeah. That guy was a 6'7" guy who could put the ball on the floor from the 3-point line and take you off the dribble.
They had two of them though. They had two centers like that.
Yeah. Ralph Sampson was an anomaly in his prime.
I believe if they wouldn't have got injured, him and King would have won the championship. Because
Yeah.
Olajuwon was power forward back then.
I believe so too. They went to the NBA Finals in Hakeem Olajuwon's second year in the NBA.
Yeah.
Hakeem, my all-time favorite center.
Yeah.
All time. I watched a lot of Hakeem. His footwork, the pump fakes, the dream shake, and there's also, he was a monster on defense, man, blocking shots and rebounds.
I believe your team had bad luck because I think your team was going to dominate for years to come because y'all had Reggie Lewis and y'all drafted that dude that died.
Len Bias.
Len Bias and Larry Bird was still able to play. Y'all had Kevin McHale. Nobody would have beat that team, man.
So sad to even think about it, man.
Did you hear what I just said? Nobody would have beat that team.
Nope. Because Reggie Lewis and Len Bias.
Reggie Lewis could play guard.
Yeah, Reggie Lewis and Len Bias were athletic. And then we had young guns, guys like D. Brown and Brian Shaw. He won some rings with y'all with the Shawshank Redemption that they brought from the Orlando Magic days. Brian Shaw.
And Rick Fox.
Absolutely. Number 44. We had Rick Fox. We drafted him from North Carolina.
That's right. I'm trying to realize what would have happened if
you know who made all them picks, right?
Yeah.
Who? Who drafted all those guys?
Yeah.
It was Red Auerbach.
Yeah.
Red Auerbach made moves, man. And he drafted good players, man.
Yeah, that was so sad, man, because, they would have all been playing around the same time.
When you think we would have been ready? When you think?
I don't think Bulls could beat that team, not with all them people up there.
You think we'd be there like, shit, we'd probably be knocking on Detroit Pistons' door, too. Cause dude got drafted in 86.
Yeah.
Len Bias. Was it? Yeah, 86. And Brad Daugherty was the number 1 pick. I think by 88, 89, we'd be in the finals. We probably would still be in the finals every year, actually. Detroit probably wouldn't even exist.
Yeah.
You know?
They wouldn't exist, man, because nobody could beat that team, man.
Yeah, because by 85, 86, we just won the championship. And then a few weeks later, we drafted Len Bias.
And when did Reggie Lewis come?
87, the year after.
Oh, no, man. Detroit wouldn't have beat them.
Yeah, Detroit probably wouldn't even be around, man. I might have to make a video about that, dogs. Like our own separate video.
Yeah, because me and my man were talking about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, what? Because he the one brought that up. He was like, you know what? If whatchamacallit wouldn't have died, he said Boston would have been hell to beat.
Hell yeah, man. Because we were still making the playoffs in 91. You know, we lost to the Knicks. We beat the Pacers.
My man said with that lineup, you can mix and match people. He said you can go small with that lineup too. You can play small ball with that lineup.
And you know, we probably would have made some trades.
Yeah, we probably. Because I had two of the same players out there.
Not necessarily Len Bias and Lewis. We keeping them. I'm thinking the older guys like Robert Parrish and maybe McHale.
Yeah, McHale and them was getting up in age.
Yeah, and McHale had fucking bad feet, man, by the time he got out the game. He played with a stress fracture.
Yeah, people don't realize if you got, like, the way they were still winning champions, you put Kevin McHale with Reggie Lewis and them, they would have beat the shit out of Detroit.
Yeah. It would be fucking fun seeing Rodman try to guard either Len Bias or Reggie Lewis. Or they probably
That
keep
one,
Joe Dumars on Reggie Lewis.
he couldn't guard Kevin McHale or Larry Bird. He wasn't guarding them. They were quicker.
Yeah. Damn, man. Celtics, man. You know, I miss the glory days. You know, we've been knocking on the door the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get over the LeBron hump. One fucking year we was up 2-0 on them. You know, that's the year Jason Tatum flushed all in LeBron's face in game 7. But we blew it, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all,
I like
y'all was
basketball
on.
more than
I like
any.
y'all with that point guard though. Y'all got now from the Hornets.
Yeah, I love Kemba. Not just because he's on the Celtics. I love Kemba Walker from UConn. You
Yeah.
know, I was watching him. They won the championship. They weren't supposed to win it. He took over. I like UConn players since I was a kid. UConn and Georgetown. And in the 90s, I used to also like Arizona in the West Coast. Yeah, man. Kemba Walker's like that, man. He's sacrificing his game too right now in order to win. Cause when he was with y'all, with the Hornets. He was averaging like 27 a game. Now he's averaging about 20, 21. And Jason Tatum is ascending. He's looking like the best player on the team. Kemba's taking a step back, and I could respect that. But we gotta win, man.
I think y'all do too. It'd be cool if we could meet each other in the playoff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's the finals I always want. Celtics, Lakers, and I want to beat the Lakers. That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
I like.
I think that could have possibly happened though. We
I,
could have. It's possible if the season would have started. We could have possibly.
yeah, but I don't know about us beating the Bucks. I don't know if we can beat Giannis, man. We don't have nobody on our team who can guard him, unless they devise a serious master plan where they say, "Fuck it, Giannis gonna beat us." But we strapping up everybody else. Middleton, Bledsoe, y'all ain't doing shit. You can beat a team if you do that. We seen Detroit do that with Jordan.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen those type of game plans. Let the superstar, he gonna get his regardless. But just strap up everybody else. And we can get it done. I think we have more players than Milwaukee Bucks. Jalen Brown's doing the damn thing.
Yeah. I like y'all.
I love my team, man. That's my favorite team in
And I
sports.
got another. What's that other guard name? He nice too.
And Marcus Smart's a dog. He's our team
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah.
He's all defensive, all NBA first team defense.
And you got a center that's nice.
Who the German guy, Tice, David Tice?
Yeah, Tyson.
Yeah, he's kind of undersized, but he plays big. He's 6'8" at the center, can shoot the three, can shoot the mid range, can bang on the block, can crash rebounds.
Yeah, y'all got. I can't wait to play. I think we would have played y'all. I think y'all could have beat Milwaukee.
I don't know. I think the season series was like 1-1. You know who else we were having trouble with all season, and I don't even know if we could beat them?
Philly.
Was Philly, man. I think we played 3 games, and they
I'm gonna
beat
tell you
us.
who.
They
I'll
beat
tell
us
you
two
who
out of
emerging from
three.
that Philly team. That damn guard.
Well, Ben Simmons.
Hell yeah, he was starting to turn. Before this shit ended, before the season ended, he was starting to get nasty, man.
Yeah,
Real
because
nasty.
Embiid ain't there. When Embiid ain't there, the floor's open because
They
he
was
can't
talking
shoot.
about he playing. Your boy Wojciechowski said because of Ben Simmons, they might trade. They might trade him. B.
Yeah, the guy can't shoot, so he scores in the paint. When Embiid ain't there, there's more room to operate.
Yeah, cause he's 6'10".
Yeah, I think he's a liability.
Oh,
Ben Simmons, playoff time. You can't
they
win no
talk,
big games if you can't shoot, man.
but they were saying Embiid don't be in shape though.
Embiid fell off.
Yeah, that's why they might trade him.
I
He
wouldn't.
putting on, he putting up on
I
Twitter,
wouldn't
stupid
trade
stuff
him.
on
I'd
Twitter.
have to figure it out. Maybe they need
He ain't gonna stay there, man. He going to Miami. I already know. You see the tweets he been putting
Oh,
up.
okay. Cause I was gonna say maybe if they had another glue guy like Jimmy Butler. So
He
you
going to play
said
with
he,
Jimmy Butler.
yeah. If I could see that, I could see that.
But if I was him, I'd trade him before he leave though, so he could at least get somebody for
Yeah, Philly could do what they want, man. They've been a little problem the last couple years for the Celtics.
him. You really get about it.
You know, because we don't have nobody who can guard Embiid. Embiid be feasting on us. Ben Simmons not so much, but Embiid he gets his man. He does his thing when he plays the Celtics. But we'll see. We'll see. Jason Tatum's like that, man. Jason Tatum is a fucking talent, man.
Yeah, he played with them too.
Yep. 1 year at Duke. Look what he's doing in the NBA now. All star, averaging 22 per game.
I told everybody in North Carolina where I stayed, they thought that other guy from Duke was gonna be better than Zion.
You're going in and out.
They thought the other guy from Duke was gonna be better than Zion.
RJ Barrett.
Yeah, that's why people in North Carolina thought the same. I'm like, no, he's not.
Yeah. Ain't no Canadian player gonna be better than an American born breed player from the Carolinas, man. Fuck out of
No.
here. I can't see it, Mo.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The number one and two pick from last year's draft who gonna be superstars in the NBA. Zion and John Morant, they both from South Carolina.
I saw that happening though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. That shit crazy though. I like Zion though.
Me too.
I hope he don't get fat over this damn break though.
Yeah.
Come back looking like Sean Kemp.
Oh gosh. Sean
Yeah.
Kemp fucked up his chances to go to the Hall of Fame. I believe he's gonna go one day, but he could.
See, man, we put the right topic, man. I'm on ESPN. They put Larry Bird's top 10 moments. They came on Sports Center yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta see that.
yeah,
What's on ESPN YouTube channel?
yeah. On US, it came on yesterday. For
True.
all you Larry Bird haters out there.
Yeah, man. Only people who talk crazy about Larry Bird are youngins who don't know shit. They think that white man can't jump and he can't run and he ain't fast.
Dominique was fast and can jump. You saw what Larry Bird did to his ass, though.
Yeah. What about every other small forward in the 80s? They couldn't do nothing with Bird.
I think Larry Bird was close to 6'10", though.
Yeah, he's about 6'9" and a half.
Yeah.
Um, you
He
know,
looked like he
Larry
taller than Magic.
Larry Bird finished in the top two in NBA voting from 1981 till 1988,
Yeah.
and in
And then
between that, he
won it
won
three
three.
times, too.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Yeah, man, that boy's a beast.
I like Larry Bird and Jordan for their clutchness. That's what I like mostly about them. Whenever I played ball, when I took certain attributes from certain players, that's the attributes that I like the most about Bird and Jordan.
Oh, there you go. March 12th, 1985 against Dominique Wilkins. He scored 60 points.
Yeah, I seen highlights of that. He was on fire. 2 days before that, um, what's his name went for 56. Kevin McHale, and Larry
Yeah,
Bird told him, man, you should have gone for 60.
yeah.
2 days later, Larry Bird just shows him how to do 60. That's just the type of player he was.
Shit, crazy.
Yep. Yeah, man.
What else, Larry? 1981, he had a triple double.
Yeah.
Game six to win the first title.
He did that. When you say in 81,
Yeah,
he did that also in Game 6 of 1986. He had a triple double to beat the Rockets again.
yeah.
Yeah, man. His two of his three NBA rings were versus the Rockets.
You know what Larry Bird said? Whatchamacallit pissed him off. He said when Larry Bird was cooking him, he said Larry Bird was talking shit to him, talking about you in the wrong league, Holmes.
Yeah, Dominique.
Yeah.
Hmm. Who you think's a better player, Clyde Drexler or Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade.
You think so?
Think he more he can handle the ball better. He got like overall skill set. Um I think Dwayne Wade a better player.
But Drexler's a better scorer.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean
Not
Drexler.
before LeBron got there. Before when he won that championship the first year. No, I don't think he was a better scorer. I think Dwayne Wade. I know Dwayne Wade shoot better than him too.
I don't know about that.
I think so. Go
Drexler
look
could
up their
shoot the
stats.
three,
He drove better than him too.
and arguably a better
Yeah,
defender on the ground. When it comes to blocks, there's no guard in NBA history who's a better shot blocker than Dwayne Wade. He leads
yeah.
all guards in NBA history in shot blocks. Michael Jordan second in block shots.
I think that separates them in defense too. I think Dwayne Wade a better defensive player than
But
Drexler.
Drexler used to always be amongst league leaders in steals. You don't remember?
Yeah, he used to steal the ball like a motherfucker though.
Yeah,
Excuse my language.
it's all good, man. Yeah, man. Drexler's best scoring season was 27.2. I think
Yeah,
Dwayne Wade's best scoring season was probably like 29 or 30 before
yeah,
LeBron came. But they weren't
yeah,
winning. That's the thing. They sucked.
yeah.
But
After Shaq
Drexler
left.
is doing this, taking his team to two finals, the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah,
You know, as the alpha male, as the number one go-to guy. Dwayne Wade
that
had Shaq and LeBron for two of for three of his championships.
they
And
had a
don't
team on
nobody
that
come
board.
try to tell me that Shaq wasn't good. That's what we're not gonna do.
Who said that?
Some people try to say that when D Wade was with Shaq, Shaq was washed up.
No, he wasn't. He washed up when he went to Suns.
Yeah. Okay, so D Wade points per game for his average. His best season was 30.2. He won the scoring title that year, but they didn't
Are you
win.
who said Shaq was? Hold on though.
I've heard people try to tell me that to try to justify how great Dwayne Wade is.
No, Dwayne Wade wouldn't have won no championship without that dude.
Exactly. Now I'll give you this. The last two games of that NBA Finals, D Wade took the fuck over. He
Yeah,
just went fucking berserk on the Dallas Mavericks. But like you said, come on, man. When Shaq came there, they went to the championship,
yeah, because you had to pay. Because Shaq was still scoring on the inside back then. Shaq was still dunking and shit.
and he sacrificed his game too.
Yeah, he sacrificed the game for.
For the first time in his career, he averaged like 19 per game when he came to Miami, rather than
Yeah,
like 20, 28.
I was so pissed off when he did that though. Because I said you could have done the same thing with Kobe, being that you was the older guy.
I feel you. You make a lot of sense with that. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, because I was watching. I've been watching. I could tell for some reason. I could tell when a player's slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but both of them dudes regret not playing. They said they could. They said they wish they would have stayed together and played Detroit again though.
So for steals for their career, D Wade averaged 1.5, Drexler 2.0, two steals per
Yes,
game.
Drexler was still.
A
Yeah, that Portland Trailblazers team was supposed to be a defensive team.
Well, and what's his name? Drexler for career averaged more assists and rebounds
Yeah,
than D Wade did for career. But for
he was
points per
playing.
game, Drexler for his career averaged 20.4. But Drexler went out on top, dogs. He left the
Yeah,
NBA. He ain't leave washed up. He left the NBA. His last season in the NBA, he averaged 18.4 points per game. That's pretty damn good.
and he got him a ring,
Yeah. Now I
and
won't
he
argue with
sacrificed.
anybody if you want to tell me D Wade's better than Drexler, but we're not going to just act like Drexler wasn't that dude, man. These new people,
Nah,
man.
I think he better player, but he ain't whack though.
Yeah. He averaged 6.1 rebounds for his whole career.
Yeah, some other players too. Like what's the other two guard was like that played for Sacramento.
Mitch Richmond?
Yeah, he don't get the respect he deserved.
No, he don't.
I thought he was the best one year. He was the best two guard. Brian Jordan.
Yeah. So blocks per game, D Wade averages point 0.8 for his career. Drexler point 0.7.
Yeah, but yeah.
Let me look at
Drexler and
field goal
Jordan
percentage.
6'6" and 6'7".
Field goal percentage tells me a lot about a player.
Yeah,
48% for Drexler for his career. No, I'm sorry, for D Wade. 48%. That's pretty good for a 6'4" guy.
yeah.
48%. Let me look at Drexler. Field goal percentage. 47.2.
About the same.
Yeah, D Wade just by one point over.
That last dance, Jordan torched Drexler though.
Yeah, but you know what they didn't show? They
Right.
didn't show Drexler dunking on Jordan in that finals.
He
I
don't
remember
know more
Drexler
than he
taking it
don't know
coast to
he don't
coast.
know all of them.
Yeah, he dunked like on the whole Bulls team. He took
He
it.
don't know Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. He don't know all of them.
Yeah, you know how Drexler do. He just dribbled with his head down with one hand.
Yeah, but
Go
Jordan
coast to
don't know them
coast.
too.
And he just flushed all over Mike. Mike ain't jump. It wasn't like all in Mike's face like a facial, but
Starks
he
did though.
he he jumped over him. He jumped over the Bulls.
Yeah, Starks gave him a favor though.
That was more on Horace Grant face.
Yeah.
Jordan was in the picture. He jumped. I remember the poster. My social studies teacher in 6th grade had that poster in the classroom.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yep, game 5.
But that Portland team put the Lakers out to go to play who did they go? Who did they get
Detroit.
beat to play Detroit?
Yeah.
They put the Lakers out with Magic and James Worthy.
Man, Drexler took his team to 2 finals.
Yeah,
And he came and played with Hakeem for half a season, and he ain't waste no time. He got himself a ring,
I'll tell you what.
and he balled the fuck out.
What they messed up in that Detroit game, they kept leaving damn Bill Lambier.
Yeah.
Bill Lambier had 6 3-pointers in one of them games.
Kevin Duckworth wasn't trying to go out there.
Yeah.
How you gonna leave that man Lambier open?
Larry Bird still look like Larry Bird in this.
Yep.
I forgot his jump. That was the original small ball. Cause look at that guard, man. They had a center that could shoot three.
Yeah, and they had Vinnie Johnson, the microwave off the bench.
Yeah.
He
And
hit the
Marcus
game
Wise.
winner. Remember, he hit the game winner against Portland
Yeah.
to win the ring.
Yeah, they had a squad though.
Yeah, I'm a big Drexler fan. I was so
I
happy.
like that whole team. Buck Williams from down here too.
Who? Buck Williams. Yeah, he is. He's a Tar Heel.
Yeah. He's from Rocky Mount.
I was so happy Drexler got a ring in '95. Everybody I knew said the Magic gonna beat him. I said no, they not. Nope. Hakeem's on a mission. That run the Houston Rockets had in 1995 was, till this day, the greatest run I've ever seen in my life to win a championship. Because they weren't supposed to be there. In the first round, they were the 6th seed, number 6. They beat the number 3 Jazz. The second round, they beat the number 2 Phoenix Suns. And they was down 2-0 to Phoenix yet again. Remember the year before that when KJ dunked all over Hakeem? And when Hakeem got his first championship, the Suns was up on Houston 2-0.
Yeah.
Then the next year again, Barkley and them up on Houston 2-0. Then Hakeem come back and they beat the Suns. Then Hakeem plays the MVP of the NBA, David Robinson, and just demolishes him, destroys him, takes his heart. I ain't never looked at David Robinson the same ever since. And I love David Robinson. Well, I used to at least. I was a big fan of 5-0. And then they got to the finals, Penny and Shaq. Penny and Shaq beating him the whole game. Up until crunch time, Nick Anderson started missing free throws. The game going to overtime. Hakeem and Drexler just demolished Shaq in overtime. And game 2, game 3, and game 4, it was the same thing. It was a sweep.
Man, that guy, Nick Anderson was choke artist.
Yeah. Yeah, but people try to blame him for missing the free throws. Get the fuck out of here. That was one game. What happened game 2, 3?
About all their guards, Dennis Scott, all of them was not making no shots.
Yeah.
Besides, Shaq was really the only person doing something.
Yeah, Shaq was dunking on Hakeem, and Hakeem was giving him work too on offense.
Penny Hardaway was doing something, but then he got cold.
You know what they was doing, right? They was double teaming fucking Shaq and leaving Kenny Smith open. Kenny Smith was hitting wide open threes. Mike,
I knew the game was over.
I can't hear you.
I knew the game was over, man.
Yeah. Robert
They got
Horry.
swept. They got swept too.
They got swept. Easy work, man. No team
what
has
was
made
crazy,
such a run.
They had a 20-point lead in one of them games.
Yeah, game 1.
And they came back, got sprayed.
Yo, that's the best run I've ever seen in an NBA Finals run.
Yeah.
I think
ain't no scene.
the second best I'd probably say that I've seen in my lifetime was Dallas Mavericks when they beat Miami Heat.
You know, I thought I was gonna get the Bulls trouble though. I thought Supersonics was gonna get the Bulls trouble.
What, in 1996 Finals?
Yeah.
I hope so. I was rooting for the Sonics. I wasn't rooting for Jordan. The whole world was. I was rooting for my guys from the left coast. Kemp Payton and Shrimp and Hershey Hawkins and Sam Perkins and Ernie John, what's his name? Irvin Johnson and David Wingate. I remember that team like it was yesterday. What's his name? That guy from North Carolina was the coach. What's that bald-headed guy? I forgot his name right about now.
I know you're talking.
George Karl. George Karl.
Yeah.
You know, that team was damn good, man, but they fucking blew it many times in the playoffs. The Sonics were always good, man. Kemp and Payton were good from young. Yep. And Peyton made him work. Out of every NBA Finals Michael Jordan has ever been in and won, his worst performances overall, probably in stats, percentages, came against the Sonics when Gary Payton guarded him. You know what I mean? He fried Phoenix till this day. Michael Jordan holds the record for all-time points per game average in an NBA Finals, and that was against Phoenix. He averaged 41. He had games where he scored 44, 55, 41, 30 something. Totals up to 41, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he played against the Sonics, the games they lost, they struggled. Yeah, Gary Payton, you see that finals where Gary Payton got a championship with Miami? Out of all finals I've watched in my life, I was conflicted who I wanted to win.
Between who?
2006 Dallas Mavericks versus Miami Heat. I wanted Dirk to get a ring.
I wanted Dirk. The reason I'm gonna tell you why I wanted Dirk to get a ring because I knew LeBron and Wade was gonna get rings.
Yeah. But I wanted Dirk to get a ring, but I also wanted Gary Payton and Mourning to get a ring.
Yeah.
I wanted Stackhouse on Dallas Mavericks to get a ring. I wanted Jason Terry to get a ring.
Yeah, I wanted
But
Stackhouse
I
a long
also
time.
wanted J Dub, White Chocolate to get a ring.
They got a ring later on though.
Now he got a ring that year. I'm talking about 2006 when Miami beat Dallas with D
Okay.
Wade and Shaq.
Okay.
Yeah, so that finals I was real conflicted who I wanted to win. But
I'm
at
glad
that,
Gary Payton got him a ring too.
I was so happy GP got a ring and Gary Payton hit the game winner in game 2 of that NBA finals. Everybody or anybody listening on archives, be much don't be talking shit. Just go ahead and do your research. Game 2 2006 finals, you could fast forward to the very end. And look who hit the game winner. The glove from Oakland, California, number 20. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to fact check nothing. I know this. I was there. I watched the games. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad Dirk eventually got a ring. You know, hey, hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dirk been through like Dirk been through like 3 eras of Dallas Mavericks.
Yes, yes.
I was talking with somebody yesterday. I was like, yo, Dirk been through the Steve Nash and Finley era. They was just all about offense, had no defense. So Steve Nash eventually got paid by Phoenix. Finley got old. He went to the Spurs, got a ring with the Spurs, whatever. Then the next era of Dallas was now a tough guy team with Stackhouse, Josh Howard, Marquise Daniels. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That and they went
Yeah.
all the way to the finals.
Yeah, because that not playing defense ain't gonna get you nowhere. Steve
Yeah.
Nash brought that shit to Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, he did.
Scoring
All
a whole
right.
bunch of points, not playing defense.
So that was the second era of Dallas Mavericks with the Josh Howards and them coming out of nowhere and stuff, right? Then the next era was, of course, the one Dirk won a championship with Jason Kidd, The Matrix, Sean Marion, uh, of course, J.J. Barea and Tyson Chandler, Brendan Haywood. So that's 3 eras in 20 years.
I had to get on some dudes
I can't hear you, my
on
G.
I said I had to get on some dudes on Facebook. They didn't know. They thought Steve Nash started his whole career. I'm like, nah, he
Oh,
used to play back
no.
up the kid in Phoenix.
Man, on that Phoenix team, man, um they had Sam Cassell there, Jason Kidd, and Kevin Johnson. He was the fourth point guard.
Yeah, he was playing backup. People
He
don't
was
even
playing
remember.
backup to the backup. You know what I'm saying?
I was,
Hello? Hello? Yo. Hi. You there, Chris? I don't know what happened to Chris, but hopefully he jumps back on. But yeah, man, Steve Nash wasn't a starter his whole year. He came out one of the greatest. Some call it the greatest draft class of all time, the 1996 NBA draft class with Allen Iverson, the number one pick. Number two was Marcus Camby. You had Sharif Abdul-Rahim in that draft. You had Antoine Walker went to the Celtics. You had Steve Nash, Ray Allen, Stephon Marbury, Kerry Kittles. It was just a deep draft class, and Steve Nash was in that draft class, but he wasn't a starter for like 4 years. Hello? Yeah, I can't hear you.
I see your mic. You want me to know?
My mic?
Yeah, it cuts out for like 2 good minutes.
Yeah, you had totally disappeared.
Yeah, it's hang out.
But you now going in and out though.
Yeah, this hang out. That's up.
Yeah, I'm probably about to seal the deal on this joint anyways. I'm getting phone calls, man. I gotta handle some BI.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but it was great talking to you about some vintage NBA shit, man. There ain't too many people out there. You could chop it up about some old school basketball shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I
Yeah.
still love basketball a whole lot because I still play. You know,
Me too.
yes, you know what I mean? And
Can't play right now, but
yeah,
I still get out there. I try to be in pretty good shape.
yeah, man. I'm gonna be playing ball till I'm 70 years old. I know that because there's a guy in the gym. He don't really play like when we play full court real games, you know, but he's 60. But sometimes he does play, you know what I mean, when he wants, and he can shoot. Don't leave him open. 60 years old, man, still playing. He's still in good shape. I'll give him that. So if he can do it, I can do it too. Yes, indeed. So, yo, B Marsh Boxing about to seal the deal on this live stream. Hit the thumbs up, leave your thoughts and comments, and share the basketball vintage video. Big out to Chris Caban. Check him out on YouTube. Shout out your, your Facebook channel.
Steve Boston on YouTube.
Say that again. They didn't quite hear it.
We live Steve Boston on YouTube.
Yes, indeed. I hope y'all heard him. We live, eat, sleep boxing on Facebook and on YouTube too. Check out the channel for boxing content. B Marsh Boxing. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, or should I say B Marsh Basketball, NBA vintage stuff. We out of here. Peace.